Hey there, what's going on? My name is Basir, and in this video we are going to create a simple project which is going to be this card with folded corner using only HTML and CSS. Alright, so let's get started. Here you can see I have my code data opened. I already created the HTML and CSS files. I'm going to start with the HTML. First, a HTML boilerplate. The title is going to be folded corner card. And then down below right here, we're going to create a div with a class of card and card1. And within that, a h1 with a heading and also some dummy content right here. P with the lorem text, and then save it. And now if I run this in live server, okay, so you can see this is how it looks. And now we also need to link this with CSS as well. Whoops, actually link style.css, and then in style.css some basic configuration, box sizing, border box, and also for the body I'm gonna add a minimum height of 100 vertical height, and also display this as great, place items to the center. There we go, just save it, and if I just go back, this is how it's gonna look. And right now for this card right here, let's just choose a weight for this, some random weight like 25 rem. And also let's add a background color for this too. I'm gonna go with linear gradient to bottom left, starting with the red color to blue color, and then save it. And if I go back, this is how it is gonna look. Let's add a little bit of padding for that too, so it looks a little bit better. And obviously down below right here, it's gonna be card1, and actually I need to move this right there and set the color to be white for now. Save it, and let's also add a border radius for the card and set this to 0.5 rem, which is 8 pixels, and this is how it's gonna look. Okay, so the idea is that we're gonna use linear gradient for the purpose of cutting off the edges of the top right corner. Okay, so it looks like this. Alright, so now you can see it started from the red color all the way to blue color to the bottom left, as we have specified right here, to bottom left. Okay, and what you might not know is that this red color, it has a stop value. So here if we specify, like let's say 35 pixels, and then for the blue I'll set that to 0, which is going to go all the way to the end. And then if I just go back, you can see that only 35 pixels is red, and the rest of that, which blue, is going to be blue all the way down to bottom left corner. Alright, so now what we can do in order to cut off that edge, as you can probably think right now, if I just go back right here and change this red to be transparent and then save it, and if I just go back, you can see that the this part of that is like as if it is cut it off. Alright, so now the next step is that we're gonna add a beta color for that, and also we're gonna add this folded corner to that as well. Okay, so back into our VS Code data right here. For the card1, I'm gonna also add a card1 before pseudo element. We're gonna set a content for that, which is gonna be right now nothing, and position this to be absolute from the top, that is 0. And since we are going to be placing it on the right side, so that should be top right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back right here and set the right to be 0 as well. And don't forget to add a position of relative for this card too. So position that as relative and save it. And if I just go back, obviously this is not gonna appear right there, so we gotta specify a weight. So for now I'm gonna add some random numbers. I don't know how's that gonna look, but we're gonna see that in a bit. And also I just want to change the color of this too. So yellow is a little bit more light, so I'm gonna choose a little bit darker color right here, or maybe a little bit light like this one. And then just I'm gonna copy this out of there. And for this one right here, I'm gonna say that the background is gonna be this color, but we are also going to make this a little bit darker like this. Alright, so if I just go back, you can see this is how it is gonna look, and obviously we don't want this white text right there. So what I can do is that I'm gonna change this to 222, which is gonna be a little bit dark, and then Also, we need to specify a font family. I don't like that font family, so I'm gonna specify CGUI, and it looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna right click on here, whoops, and then inspect section. So you can see this is the card and this is the before pseudo element, and now we just need to specify the width of that. Okay, so I'm gonna just zoom this in a little bit so you can see, and I'm gonna play in the console so that we can specify a beta width for that. So I'm gonna just increase it by 1 pixel, and it looks like 71 pixel is the ideal width we are looking for. And I'm gonna also decrease this too, and just a little bit, and now it looks like 71 pixels and 40 pixels for the width and height. They are the ideal width and height we are looking for this card. So I'm just gonna copy that out and then just go back right here, and then right at this place for the card 1, I'm gonna paste it. Command V, and then if I just go back, it's already pasted right there, and now we can close this off and also zoom this out a little bit. So now you can see this is it. But now what we need to do is also we need to cut off the 50% of this one. As you probably know by now, that we're going to use the same trick that we used for this card right here. Okay, so instead of this solid background right here, for now I'm going to just comment this out, and then down below right here what I'm going to do is specify the background. Again, I'm going to be using linear gradient, and then say to bottom left, and then I'm going to specify and say that the 50% of this is going to be transparent, and then for the rest of that, which I'm going to choose this color right here. So just copy that out of there and paste it right here, specify 0 at the very end of that, and if I just go back right here, now you can see that we did it. So basically what we did was that we specified a linear gradient that 50% of that is transparent. So it means that this part right here, what you cannot see right now, obviously because it's transparent, so that is cut it off. And now I'm gonna go back right here, and from the demo actually you can see that if I just go to here, basically they are not the same color, but you get the idea how you can create it. So you can see that the bottom left corner is a little bit rounded, and we need this to be rounded as well. So I'm gonna just go back right here and make this a little bit rounded. You probably already know that. I'm gonna say bottom, whoops, border, bottom left radius, and set that to 0.5 rem, and you can play with this. It can be bigger or smaller values, and there we go. So this is how it is all gonna look. And now as the final step, what we're gonna be doing is that also add a little bit of box shadow. So as you can see from here, this has got a little bit of box shadow, so it looks like a 3D effect, I don't know, but something more realistic. So I'm gonna go back right here and then flip back to our code editor, and then I'm gonna add a box shadow. So the box shadow, 5 pixels, 5 pixels, 5 pixels. Okay, so all or 5 pixels. Just then, whoops, what happened? I'm gonna then copy and then paste it right here. Command V, and then if I go back, you can see that it looks crap. So inspect this, and then it's just go all the way down. That was, I believe, for the before section right here. And then just to prevent this and make this to be like an inner shadow, what we can do is specify this minus value, and now you can see it already started to appear the way we are looking for, and then we just need to play with these colors. Okay, so all right, I think this looks a little bit better, this one, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is that right now I need to just copy this and then just go back right here and simply paste it right there. And then if I just go back, it's now saved and we are good to go. Zoom this out a little bit. I'm still not happy with that. Actually, I'm gonna change it. Yeah, sorry. Well, this looks a little bit better. So again, copy that and then just go back right here again and then paste it. Command V and then go back. There it is. So it looks really nice. All right, so this was the first card, and the second one, what we are going to do is change the angle of that. As you can see from this one right here, you can see that this angle is like a 45-degree angle, and we're going to be creating one more with 45-degree angle. So I'm going to go back right here, and then in index.html, what we're going to be doing is that just duplicate it down below right here, but this time it's going to be card 2. And I'm also going to change the header. I'm going to call this lorem ipsum dolor sit whatsoever. And then if I just go back, you can see it's right there. I'm going to go to style.css, and then again for this card 2, basically need to duplicate this down below right here, but this is going to be for the second card. So this is the second card, and obviously I want this to be purple. Okay, as you can see from the demo, that was purple. Okay, so this is purple, but it is more dark, a little bit lighter. Let's just go back. We also need to change the color of the text too, so it is whitish, and well, I'm still not happy with this. Let's just make it a little bit more darker. Okay, so this looks good. I think this is the one that we are looking for. All right, and then now what we can do, we're gonna follow the same steps what we did for card 1, but basically this is going to be for the second card. Oh, before that I just forgot that we need to cut off this angle right here. Okay, so this is 0 degree, and this is 90 degree, and this is minus 90 degree, and as I said earlier that this is 45 degree, and you can say that in trigonometry or maybe geometry the coterminal angle for 45 degree, if it's a negative value, minus 135 degree. And actually I can show that for you too. So actually what I'm going to be doing is that I need to specify this to minus 90 degree, and we're going to play in the console. Whoops, what did I type? Okay, so minus 90 degree, and just go back. Yeah, so that is expected. I'm going to go and inspect this. And then now for the card 2, I'm just going to go right there. And let's play with this. Okay, so I want this to be like 45 degrees. Why they are glued to each other? So let's just position this to the other way, this side. Okay, this looks better. So right now I'm going to click on this. Whoops. And let's also change the color. Here I'm going to change this to be red, actually. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to play with this. You can see that you can position this wherever you want to. You can position this at the bottom right side, or you can position that at the top right side. Okay, so I'm gonna just increase this up. I believe 135 should be the right value because I know a little bit about geometry, a little bit. So what I'm gonna do now is that I will just simply copy this. Okay, copy. And then just go back right here. I think I just need to change this value right here, 135, and then just let's cut this off from there and actually paste it right here so they are in order. And yeah, this is it. If I just go back, it looks nice. All right, now the same as the previous one, we need to add this right here, but I still think that there's a lot of space between them, so I'm gonna just do one thing real quick. I'm gonna wrap both of these within another div and then just save it and then go back into style.css. Well, let's just first look at this. Okay, so I need to go to card right there. I'm gonna specify a margin for both of that, so there's a little bit of space between both of those. All right, so this looks cool. Now let's add this for the corner right here, the same as we did for the card 1. What we're gonna be doing basically is that I'm gonna actually copy all these out of there and then just paste it right here, because as you can see, both of those are the same. Okay, so this is for the card 2, and now obviously this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to change that to red and then go back right here. Okay, that looks nasty. Okay, so there we go in the B4 section, and now again we need to actually play with that. Indeed, I'm gonna just, yeah, so this is looking good, and I'm also gonna comment the box shadow as well, and then with the width I'm gonna play with this once again. So basically we need to find the ideal width for this. I'm gonna just zoom this a little bit so we can see and find the right pixel for that. Okay, so this is 43 pixels I believe, and I'm gonna bump this up to 49 pixels, and that looks awesome. Okay, for the height of that, I'm gonna just again boost this to 49 pixels. What a coincidence, they are the same. Okay, so just copy that and then just close this off of there and then just go back right here. Let's just paste it there. Okay, Ctrl V and save it, go back, and there we go. Now you can change this to transparent, and obviously you can change the color of that. Let's just copy that out and basically paste it right here. Command V, save, and go back. There we go. Okay, the box shadow, this is still not the right box shadow we are looking for. Maybe this is beta. Again, we're going to be playing that in the console, by the way. Okay, so I need to actually change this to be a little bit darker. If you're using Sass, or you know how to use Sass, then there is a function called as darken, I believe. So you can just specify and say that you want it to be 10% darker. It's really handy in Sass, but since we are using only CSS, we just have to play with it in the console. Okay, so I'm gonna inspect this once again, and then just the card to, again, go to the B4 section once again, and all the way down up until here. Let's see, this is the one we are looking for. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker, maybe, well, yep, God, I'm not good at choosing the right color. By the way, I'm gonna copy this, go back, and then just paste it right here. Command V, save it, go back. Whoops, why is that not working? Yeah, I forgot a semicolon at the very end of that, and if I just go back, it looks good. And also we need to change the box shadow as well. I'm gonna choose a slightly lighter shadow, so I think this is a bit beta. Okay, let's just go back right here, save it, and actually copy and paste it right here, and then just go back, and there we go. Alright my friends, so that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification for more such videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.